banned, everybody. This is a travesty of justice. We'll be giving a live update at noon, and we're going to tell you how the war is taking us out with free speech. And we will oh my God, this is just a travesty of justice. Oh my God. Welcome to my world. Man, come on. Man up. Everybody gets banned. Everybody gets banned. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the cries. I don't want to hear the moans. I don't want to hear the, oh my God, it's an injustice. Dude, I've been banned 50 plus times. I'm not kidding. 50 plus times I have been banned. It's part of the culture, man. If you ain't down with getting banned, you ain't playing the game right. You gotta take that shit with stride. You don't even talk about it when you get banned. You're just like, oh shit, they got me again. Here I come. And you come right back up on. I have hundreds of backups. I'm not kidding. I'm running a fucking car lot with Twitter handles. I'm not kidding. Like, every time they ban me, I just jump in another fucking Ferrari and take off after I blow the engine on the other one. It doesn't matter. Fucking fuck bans, man. Bans are the funniest shit. I don't even care. It's like, I hate it when I see people, oh my God, they got Laura Loomer. Or, oh my God, they got this guy. Or, oh my God. Oh, who fucking cares? You weren't special, and neither was I. Fucking who cares? Welcome to the fucking club. Welcome to my world, man. Now you're seeing what it's like. But for some people, it's about the follower counts. Let's get it straight. It's about the number of people. It's about how many have you collected? How many are in the stable? See, I'm a different breed. I don't really give a shit. People follow me for my antics anyway. That's how it goes, man. You gotta take these bans with stride, man. Don't cry out like you're being, oh my God, the injustice. Dude, man, it's Twitter. It's a corporation. What do you expect? It's run by leftists. You're hanging out on a democratic platform. Whether you like it or not, you are hanging out with Democrats, and they're going to take you out because they're going to get rowdy. That's how it goes, man. You can't cry about it. You cry about it, it's even worse. You cannot do that. Well, you know, that's it, you know. I mean, you get mass reported. You say something out of line, you get mass reported. That's how it goes. I got mass reported the other night, although I didn't encourage violence or intimidation or anything like that. I did get a 7-day ban, well deservingly, I must say. It was on purpose. I knew I was going to get banned. I knew I was going to get hit. I was like, I'm going to tweet this out just because I don't care. See, at some point, you gotta ask yourself, is being truthful more important than a follower count? And for me, I say whatever's on my mind. That's how it goes. And yep, I get banned quite a bit for being extremely truthful. And I wear each band as a badge of honor. Absolutely. I wear each band that I do get like I won a trophy. It's like a big participation trophy. Good morning, Patricia on Facebook. I'm on all channels live now. I haven't been permanently banned yet on Twitter, but I think I'm almost all the way there again. But we'll find out. And when that happens, I've already built another account. I'm at about, I don't know, 7K followers. I like to let another account resonate and build up before I get banned on the next account. That's how I play this game. I've been playing this game for 3 years with Twitter. I know the game well, better than anybody else. And when you're so used to bans, you can do this at will. So what you want to do is get yourself like 10 backups, right? And start building them right out of the gate. Like get one with, 7,000 followers, 5,000 followers, 3,000 followers. And start building each one slowly. So as they ban you, you just get in your new car and you ride off and go, look, I'm back. So you start out with like 7,000 followers. before long, you're back up to the 14,000 followers that you had in the first place. So you haven't really lost that much. The only thing you lost was a dumb account you never really cared about anyway. There's one rule to Twitter accounts for conservatives right now. Don't love your shit. Don't love your shit. If you're in this to have follower accounts and make money, and that's all you care about, you're in the wrong fucking game. You need to take that shit somewhere else. You ain't gonna make it. You're in the big leagues now. You know, the new toss that's coming out is gonna be even fucking worse. You have no idea what's coming. Like, I know what's coming. I've already heard through the grapevine what is coming. And the bans are going to get a whole lot worse. So if you're not used to getting banned, get very used to it. And get used to making new accounts. Because there's a new set of rules coming. And let me explain what those rules are ahead of time. There's going to be this thing called disinformation bans. What is a disinformation ban? It is when somebody is falsely passing disinformation at a rapid rate. And that's going to become a new TOS violation, which will end up in a permanent ban. So for all the conspiracy theorists and all of you letter lovers, your day is coming in the chokey. It fastly approaches. So you will join me too in my banathons that I do enjoy as well. So I will hold your hands as you are flushed down the toilet with me. Get used to it. Twitter ain't going to change, man. That's why they moved the corporation to Ireland. They're not an American company anymore. They could give a shit. Why do you think they didn't bring it up yesterday at the hearing? They only said Facebook and Google because they can't touch Twitter now. It's sitting in Ireland. They moved their corporate headquarters. They moved everything. They're very slick, sunsy beaches. They know what they're doing. And so they moved their corporate headquarters overseas. America can't touch them. America can't touch them. Here we are. Here we are. We're stuck on this platform of shit. And we're going to get banned like shit and flushed like shit. And we're just going to have to deal with the shit. You know, it's sad Dilly got banned. I get it. I get it. F for Dilly, man. But don't fucking cry about it. Make another account. Move on. Move on. This is life of a conservative. You knew what happened when you signed up for this game. It is what it is, you know. Press the F button and head on home. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Don't cry about your account. Don't whine about your account. Move on. It is what it is. It ain't never going to change. No, you cannot use the same email address. Yeah, go to like Proton email, or you can use any other shit email company. I like to use all kinds of email companies, and that's how I make mine up. Sometimes I get accounts other ways, but it's my business. But anyway, you know, you can have many accounts. There's no law against making an account, is what it is. But you know, it is what it is. We can't cry about a ban. It happens, you know. But a lot of people care about follower count rates. I don't. I'm a different breed. I think higher follower counts kind of hurt people in the way they speak anyway. The higher volume of your follower count, the more you care about what you're saying because you don't want to get the account banned. The lower the follower count, the more truthful you are and the more you speak what you think. I do. I have all kinds of, you know, and I have another thing. It's called a photographic memory. What that means is I can recall a lot of shit all at once. So I have many accounts that I can just recall off the top of my head. And I let them sit there too. I never log them in. You know, I'll make them on like a VPN, and then I'll just let them sit there. I don't even touch them. You know, I'll tweet on them maybe once a month just to organically let them grow, but I never touch them. But, you know, it is what it is. It's Twitter, man. It's Twitter. They are what they are. I suggest like CyberGhost or one of those companies. It's pretty cheap. It's like $10 a month. And it'll allow you to log into VPNs. You can do different countries. You can, so there's ways around the system. You just have to get creative with this shit as a conservative. You got to be smarter. So if you're looking for like a cheap you know, web-based VPN company. VPN CyberGhost is really good. It's $9.95 a month. You know, I've had nothing but good things with them, so I've never had a problem with my VPN service. And if you really are worried about it, you can always rent a web server and use your web server to log into Twitter and come in through a back way through a web server. So there's several different ways you can fuck around with Twitter. I mean, these guys think they're running some kind of state-of-the-art fucking software with Twitter, but it's really stupid. CyberGhost, yeah, CyberGhost is really good. It's pretty easy to use too. It's a one-button push. You just, you know, do you want to use your VPN? And you click it, and then you just slide it over, and then automatically you're logged into usually the closest VPN near you, or you can pick different countries if you want to go into the advanced settings. It all depends what you want to use. But, you know, people get banned, man. This is life. This is the life of a conservative. You know, I never join in with the feign outrage. I just laugh about it. You know, because everybody gets banned. Welcome to my world, man. You know, welcome to my world. You know, hey, you get fucking banned, you get banned. That's life, man. Deal with it. You know, put your big boy pants on. There'll be many more bans to go around. I read that's a myth. That's not a myth. Photographic memory is real. Absolutely real. Because I can do it. That's how I know it's real. I can look at something and remember it 5 years from now. But I think it, you know, photographic memory also comes how you treat your body too. You know, if you don't drink, if you don't do drugs, I mean, you got to have a strong mind. You got to treat your body right and your mind right. It's a bunch of factors really with memory recall. And memory recall is definitely real. Look it up. Read up on it. It's definitely real. It all depends how good you are at it. But yeah, or I'm just have a fucked up mind anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, you know, it all depends. Maybe I'm just a little off. Look it up. I looked it up when James Comey said he had one. Well, I think, you know, I think you can't take a whole book and like read it and then remember it word for word. I mean, nobody can do that. That's just unrealistic. But can some people take, you know, a paragraph or a picture or, you know, something significant and just recall it? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they mean by photographic, you know, recall. But I don't think somebody can take a whole fucking book and then recite it back to you unless you, like, got Rain Man-like skills or some shit like that. But, you know, you know how it is. But, you know, the bans are going to happen no matter what. You're never going to get around a ban. I just find that people care about their accounts too much. I'm the other way. Who gives a shit, really? You're not that important. And no one's that important. Let me be honest. If my account's taken down tonight, I'm not that important. I'll see you on a new account tomorrow. That's how it works, you know. I think too many people beat their chests like there's something like, oh my God, they got them. No. Welcome to our lives, man. There's a lot of us that have been getting banned over and over for 3 years straight. That's why when I see people getting banned, I go, well, welcome to the club. Now you feel, now you see how it's like to live on the other side. You know, don't frown about it. Wear it like a badge. Deal with it. It's nothing that big. Hey, what's up, man? Another big tweeter got hit last night in the Super Perma Ban department. They got Dilly. Dilly was taken down with extreme prejudice because he was picking on transgenders. That's the new thing, man. You can't touch a transgender right now. You cannot even touch on the subject. You've got to be really, really careful with the transgender subject. They are fucking banning people for that shit left and right. Don't even go near it. You know, there's some things you just can't go near, man, and that's one of them. And you can't tweet at transgenders and make any critical comment. You got to be really careful right now. You just can't. It's an automatic ban. Unless you're willing to sacrifice your account, don't do it. if you ain't like me or one of my boys, you probably shouldn't do it. You probably just should stay away from that if you're gonna get upset about a ban. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you're willing to sacrifice your account like most of us, you don't care. But if you're one of those people, I gotta have my followers, don't do it, man, because they're gonna get you. And transgender is a hot subject right now. The yes man movement is, yeah. Can we call them eggless? I don't know what we can. We got to come up with a code word or something. I don't know, but you can't pick on them. You can't even go near them. I've been watching. That's one of the automatic ban hammer moments. Is any critical, anything critical of transgenders. It is what it is. Here we are. We have to deal with it. It's a man. It's a man. But yeah, so that'll get you permanently banned. Another thing that will get you banned is any Muslim criticization right now. Do not be critical of Muslims. I made one comment, and this was my ban. I said Muslims love dildos. And they banned me for it. It was a nothing tweet. Muslims love dildos. And because there was a guy with a Muslim last name in the thread, I was fucking trolling a little bit that day. They banned me for it. They called it targeted harassment. You targeted harassment somebody, and so they banned me for it. So now you can't do anything when it's coming to threads and ats. Really, you can't. You can't do anything. They'll ban you for it. I don't even go into threads much anymore, because I know where it's going to go. I know where I'm heading. The minute I get into a thread with liberals, I know where I'm heading. Or if I get into a thread with people I don't like or have disagreements with, I'm going to get banned. I know this. This is why I hardly go into threads anymore. And this is why I hardly answer anybody anymore. Because there's all kinds of people trying to bait you and get you to say, because people know what ban triggers are now. They know they can get you if they get you to say something. I'll hardly answer anybody anymore. I know what they're doing when they do it. Like, I always get this, you're fake MAGA bro, or you're fake this bro. Or fake. They're looking for a response so they can report my account. Most times I just let them leave their fucking dumb comment and let them move on, because I'm not a sucker. I'm not stupid. Like I said on Facebook, I get more fuck off and dies than I can count. I'm used to it. I'm used to trolls. Don't bother me. I wear trolls like badges of honor. I can trigger with a tweet. They have to come on my timeline and try. I can just tweet something that's not even at anybody, and I can piss off half of Twitter. That's a skill not many have, and there's like a handful of us that can do that. And when you reach that level of fucking greatness, you've done it all. There's people out there that can do that. And we don't care about bans. We'll do what we want. Barr is a swamp monster. Who cares? I don't give a fuck about Barr either. I don't care. I'm so almost over the government that I just don't care. Literally, I'm over it. I don't care. I don't care what goes on in Washington, D.C. I just don't care. Call me heartless, call me whatever, but you know what? Trump is hiring Barr. So if you feel that badly about Barr, then Trump must be a fucking idiot, and you must go tell him that. That's all I can tell you. I have no more answers for anybody. When it comes to President Trump, I've taken off the training wheels. If he hires another AG that is fucking dumb or stupid or does shit that's stupid, that's on him. I'm not caving into these games where I'm going to start picking on the cabinet anymore. I'm just not. I think he's seasoned enough to know what the presidency is, and he knows who he's hiring. I have no time for this anymore. I have no time for this critical behavior of the president. He's hiring who he wants to hire, end of fucking story. And if people have a problem with Barr, just go call the president a fucking idiot and get it over with. I mean, because that's basically what you're saying. You're saying he doesn't have the fucking fortitude to hire anybody. That's right. So, at this point, I've taken off the training wheels of President Trump. And if anybody's got a problem with who he's hiring, go fucking take it up with him down the hall. Go call him a fucking idiot. I can't do this anymore. I can't play these cabinet member games with people. It's at that point. I don't care. I just don't care. You know, why? At this point in the game, he's been doing it 2 years. You know, I mean, is he dumb enough where he's going to keep picking people that are going to give him problems? I don't know. But I'm at the point of the game, I just don't care. Either, you know, it's like, who cares, man? I got better shit to do. I got better shit to do than worry about Trump's cabinet at this point. You know? And I'm not going to tweet at him and be like, don't pick Barr. You're making a huge mistake, guy. That's the president of the United States. You're basically saying he's not qualified and has poor judgment. That's what I'm saying. Is when people do this, they're saying the guy is got poor judgment, he's not qualified, and he just doesn't know what he's doing. So we have to stop Trump from doing it because he's making another fucking huge mistake and another blunder is going down. This is what I'm talking about. You know, and if you actually feel that way, you probably should vote different in 2020. I'm not kidding. Like, it's do or die time at this point for me in the political arena when it comes to President Trump. So if you really feel this way at this point, 2 years in the game, you probably should jump off the Trump train and go find another candidate because you just can't handle it. You can't handle anything that's being done in Washington, D.C. You can't handle what the president is, his agenda is or who he's picking or what he's doing. You just can't handle it. You have to be critical of every little fucking thing that's going on in government, which is really bad, by the way, because I think people are starting to spin out of control and they're reading into stuff that really isn't anything. Like the whole Barr and Mueller are friends. Who gives a crap? Really, who cares? Why do you care if Barr and Mueller are friends? They're not working together. They work in different areas. You know, like I said, Washington, D.C., it's a beast, man. It's a beast. It's a powerhouse. You have got to understand how Washington, D.C. operates. People just don't get it. It's like, wow. But, I mean, like I said, if you think Trump at this point doesn't know who he's hiring, he's not for you. He's just not your guy, and you're going to have to let him go. At some point, you're going to have to cut the umbilical cord. And I think that's where I'm at with a lot of people. Either you trust the president to make a good judgment and a sound call on who he's hiring at this point, 2 years in the game, or you need to just get off the Trump train. Honestly, you need to go on down. You need to find yourself another candidate because you don't have faith. And that's where I'm at with it. You know, I'm not doing this anymore with people. I'm not going to criticize the president. I'm just not. It's whatever happens, happens. That's where I'm at with it. And this is who Trump has chosen. So, like I said last night in my scope, and it was a really late scope, but I said, you know, either it's going to turn out good and he made a really well choice, or it's going to turn out really bad and we're going to find out that, you know, maybe we need to be a little more critical of government. One or two things is going to happen here. So I think, you know, like I said, we got to take the training wheels off Trump, and people have got to stop criticizing everything. You know, he gets enough of that from the Democrats. He most certainly doesn't need it from Republicans too. It's ridiculous, you know, and, you know, every little thing, you know, people look for any kind of scandal now. People look for any kind of, you know, jab they can throw at it, or, you know, and remember, there's special interests out there on social media that don't want certain people in government. They don't want tough corporate law, some of them. Some of them don't want tough immigration laws, some of them. So they're going to work against Trump's agenda, and they're going to be really sneaky about it while supporting Trump. A lot of people don't understand how Washington, D.C. works. There are a lot of lobbyists, and although somebody looks like they're supporting Trump, they're actually in the background working against him on certain policies and agendas. People don't understand that. You know, people like, say, Jack Posobiec or others that are in the political arena, they are sometimes working against, because there's certain you know, policies that are being put into place, so their handlers send them out to complain about certain issues. whether it be about William Barr or whoever. This is what they're supposed to do. So that they play these, roles where I support President Trump fully and get a huge follower count. And then when they need some kind of policy kind of driven in another direction, that's when they'll go against, either certain cabinet members or complain about, certain things or certain sound bites, and they'll try to force the hand. And that's what we're seeing online a lot. And I think it's a lot of special interests. And that's why you see people doing this, like complaining about Barr. And there's a lot of special interests out there, too. There is a lot of them out there. And you wouldn't believe. You would be surprised on how many people are getting paid by different entities that have nothing to do with the MAGA movement, but everything to do with corporate America or special interest groups. They're out there, man. And a lot of people don't understand government either and how this works. You only understand MAGA, and you don't understand the other end of things. The Republican Party has just as much special interest as the Democrat Party. They're two heads of a snake that are the same. And if you think that the Republicans don't have their fair share of lobbying and special interests, you just don't understand politics. And people look at it like a football game. That's another problem. Democrats versus Republicans, the Super Bowl. And people are losing sight that you must question policies and agendas and things like that. Just because you're a fan of Trump and how he handles the press and how he handles himself, it doesn't mean you can't be critical of the government. It really doesn't. I don't understand how people are like, just trust it. Just go with it. Just go with every policy he says. No, some policies are driven by other people besides Trump. He can't control it all. A lot of people are like, they try to put a lot on Trump's back, but there's a lot of things out of his control. One of them is the government shutdown. Nothing he can do about it. If they don't want to come to the table, he can't do anything. He can declare a national emergency, but, that's going to be the biggest test of his administration. It could be a breaker of his campaign in 2020. It's a hard stance to take, that national emergency, because it's either going to go one of two ways. It's either going to benefit him or it's going to destroy his campaign in 2020. He really, it's a hard road. And again, it's not his fault. Let's go back in time. 2016, Trump wins the presidency. 2017, a budget gets passed. The first budget for Trump. The wall money was in there, and Ryan had it cut out, Paul Ryan. The Republicans are the ones who fucked Trump over. It's not even really the Democrats' fault. It's the Republicans. The Republicans wanted other agendas before they got the wall. They put their needs before the American people's needs. And I don't know why people aren't calling these Republicans out, because it's their fault. It's the Congress of 2016 that dropped the ball on this. It really doesn't even have anything to do with the Democrats when you really narrow it all down and really look at overall what's gone on. It all lies on the Republicans. That's why when I see the Republicans in Congress now crying about it, I'm like, dude, half of you guys voted against it. Half of you guys voted against it. You didn't stand up to Ryan. They could have overpowered Ryan. Let's be real. A speaker isn't that powerful. A speaker has to gain a majority of his constituents to follow him down the path that they want, right? I mean, it's not like they couldn't have challenged him, but they didn't choose to. And now they're all acting like, oh my God, but they knew what they were doing back then. They knew exactly what they were doing. That's why I don't feel bad for them. I'm like, they made this happen. This could have been all handled in 2016. We had the keys to everything. We had the keys to everything. We had the keys to the Congress. We had the keys to the Senate. And we had the keys to the White House. We had the trifecta. We could have done anything. We could have done the wall. We could have done health care. Everything could have been done because we had it all. They pissed it away. They blew it off. It's on them. I don't blame the Democrats. You can't blame the Democrats. If you have the trifecta, if you're sitting on the crown, there's nothing that can stop you from getting your agenda done. So we sat on all three things. We had Congress, we had Senate, and we had the presidency. There was no law, no budget, nothing that could not be passed. And they blew it, and they blew it time and time again. But we're gonna blame the Democrats. We can't. It's our own politicians' fault. They did this to us, and I don't know why people don't put the blame where the blame lies, on the Republican Party. It is the Republican Party politicians' fault why the wall is not going up and why the wall is not getting funded. The Democrats played their game well, and now they're at their end game. And unfortunately for us, they have a better game right now, and they have a stronger stance. We're just going to have to deal with that. I don't think they're going to budge. It's just what they do. And Paul Ryan and other Republicans gave them the power to do that. We can cry about it, we can whine about it, but it is what it is. And people don't like hearing that, too. People get so, oh my God. It's true, the Republicans fucking blew it, man. The Republicans blew it, whether people want to hear it or not. Somebody's got to start telling the truth in this country. Rush Limbaugh does it, and Mark Levin does it, but not enough do it. Not enough put blame where it needs to go. Nobody wants to blame where it came from, the Republican Party. Look at what Dan Crenshaw did yesterday. There's another fucking loser. I'm not a Dan Crenshaw fan anymore. I think he's another fucking hack that has been let into Washington, D.C. And if that state is fucking smart, they will vote him out next election. He's another fucking hack. He went after Steve King yesterday. It's like this guy just fresh out of the gate. This Crenshaw guy. Fucking One-Eyed Willie now, I call him. So One-Eyed Willie, gets up on Twitter like he's some kind of fucking virtue signaling fool and starts criticizing Stephen King. When your own party, goes at you and they're verbally disruptive right out of the gate, they're not going to be good news in Washington, D.C. So my thought on Dan Crenshaw, vote that fucking guy out. He's no good right out of the gate. He's gonna be obstructionist. He's gonna cause problems. He's gonna open his mouth when he shouldn't. Yeah, you got to understand that. And just because a politician is a veteran, that don't make him fucking awesome. People got to stop that too. Just because they're a vet doesn't mean they're not an asshole. I'm really sick of that shit too. Well, he's a veteran. I don't give a fuck. He seems to be a veteran that's an asshole and that wants to be an establishment guy. Don't give a fuck. And vote him out. He's an idiot. When I seen that tweet, I was like, wow, really? He's really gonna fucking tweet that? Are you serious? Like, he couldn't keep his mouth shut? All of these guys, they're all fucking useless. The whole Republican Party, Steve King out of Iowa, he's been nothing but supportive of President Trump. He's been nothing but supportive of his wall. He's been nothing but supportive of Trump's agenda. That's why they're taking King out, by the way. It's not because he said that. It's because they want to isolate Trump. If people don't understand what I see, what's going on, I know what's going on. They're trying to isolate Trump. They're going to take away his biggest fans. I'm really worried for Ted Cruz because they'll probably go after him next. They want to isolate Trump. That's all it's about, isolating Trump. And can they get enough votes to turn on Trump? I'm really worried about that. Like that's my biggest fear, is from the party within. It's not even from the Democrats. It's from the people that are going to, in the end, turn on Trump. Well, Ken Shaw tweeted last night. Yeah, he's a dickhead. Fuck that guy. I was very disappointed in his tweet. It's on my timeline, but I was very disappointed that he even opened his mouth. As a rookie in Washington, D.C., you probably should learn the ropes and keep your mouth shut before you start talking shit about your own party. And I thought he was way out of line. I was like, wow, like this guy's, he's only been there not even a fucking month, 2 weeks, and he's already opening his mouth about a subject that should have been handled internally by the Republican Party. And only Mitch McConnell should have been the one to talk about King, right? Mitch McConnell or one of the other leaders should have been the one to do it. And so this guy takes it upon himself like he's the Republican Congress leader, and he's going to go talk shit, And I found it obtuse, like he thinks he's, I don't like Crenshaw. I'm going to tell you the truth. I just don't like him. He showed his true colors yesterday. I was like, wow, I kind of don't like him. Just after that one tweet, I was like, woo. Yeah, he thinks he's a superstar, a rock star. I don't like them kind of guys. I just don't. I don't. I think I don't like it. I don't like it. Because if they'll turn on their own, they'll turn on Trump. That's all I'm saying. Once you can start labeling these guys in the Republican Party that turn on their own, you can isolate the guys that got to go that way. I think that's what needs to be done. And I think trying to roll back. But, it's, he ate that SNL shit up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm over Crenshaw. I didn't like what he tweeted. I think Steve King, he explained himself. He gave an explanation, and it should have been good enough for the Republican Party. He even apologized, even though I think he shouldn't have. But he went so far to apologize. Why would you attack your own constituent if that constituent said, look, I didn't mean it like that. It was taken out of context. And if I offended anybody, I'm deeply sorry. I wish it never happened. That should have been good enough with Steve King. But they took it just and ran with it and wrote the horrible story. And, it was a hit job from start to finish. And Crenshaw only added to it by throwing him under the bus. King's not going to make it, by the way. King's done. When your own party does this to you, you might as well just retire. King is going to be absolutely useless at this point now because he's not going to be on any committees. He's not going to be able to pass any policy, no law, nothing. He's useless. The only thing that counts for him right now is a vote. The governor will probably have to recall him and put somebody in there. And it's sad because they ruined that guy's career in one shot. Over a couple words. His career is done. He'll never be in politics again. It's over. When they take somebody down like this, forget about it. Yeah, well, I keep telling Republicans, you cannot meet with these liberal outlets, man. It's stupid. Every time they go on CNN or they go, I shake my head. I'm like, are these guys stupid? Because you know what they're gonna do. Trump knows this. That's why he doesn't give CNN any interviews. He knows exactly what they're gonna do. And the Republicans got to get smart with that. They're going to give Democrats airtime. That's their crown cookie jewel, are the Democrats. But Republicans just got to be like, fuck you, I ain't talking to you. And keep going on Fox, And, it is what it is. It is what it is. But don't take these interviews with these liberal journalists, the New York Times, Washington Post, all of these guys. You should know better by now. I tell you, if I was elected and the New York Times called me, I'd be like, I ain't talking to you. No comment. Have a nice day. You can print it just like that. Brian said he wouldn't talk to us and said, have a nice day, and hung up. That was his quote. There's your fucking story. Enjoy it. But that's the way they got to be now, man. The Republicans got to get smart. These liberal outlets are out to hurt them, and they keep falling for it every time. Never see anything like it. But anyway, I would get out of here. I just wanted to get on and touch base about bans and the whole Dilly ban thing. Hey, shit happens, man. Make a new account. Welcome to the big leagues. Anyway, I'm out of here. Be good, guys.